Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be taking a closer look at the 1976 one-dime coin for the United States, featuring the D mint mark, which means it was struck at the Denver Mint. The dime might be one of the smallest coins in American currency, but it carries a rich history and a design that honors one of the nation's most admired presidents, Franklin D. Roosevelt. The 1976 Roosevelt dime is part of a long and proud coinage tradition, and even though it might seem like a common coin, it tells a story of patriotism, legacy, and precision in minting. Let's dive into the full details of this little silver-colored coin that continues to circulate in pockets and collections around the world. Historical background. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, 1 year after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had served 4 terms and led the United States through both the Great Depression and World War II. His image replaced that of the Mercury dime, which had been in circulation since 1916. The design was chosen not only to honor Roosevelt's leadership but also to commemorate his work in founding the March of Dimes, a campaign originally established to fight polio, the disease Roosevelt himself battled throughout much of his life. Because of this connection, the dime became the perfect denomination to bear his likeness. By the time 1976 came around, the Roosevelt dime had already been circulating for 30 years. It was struck in huge quantities across the U.S. mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The 1976 D dime, in particular, was minted at the Denver Mint in Colorado and forms an essential part of the nation's bicentennial-era coinage, even though the dime itself did not receive a special design that year, unlike the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins. Obverse design. Franklin D. Roosevelt. On the obverse, or front side, of the 1976 dime, you'll find the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time of the coin's creation. Roosevelt's left-facing profile is sharp and dignified, symbolizing his strength and determination during some of the most difficult years in American history. Around the portrait, the inscriptions read "Liberty" on the left side and "In God We Trust" just below Roosevelt's chin. The year 1976 appears to the right of the portrait, and just below that, you can spot the D mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Below Roosevelt's neck is the designer's initials, J.S., standing for John Sinek. This obverse design has remained virtually unchanged since 1946, a lasting tribute to one of America's most influential presidents. Reverse design. Torch, olive branch, and oak branch. Flipping the coin over, the reverse design is a simple but powerful composition that represents American ideals. At the center, you'll find a torch, symbolizing liberty and enlightenment. On either side of the torch are 2 branches, an olive branch on the left, representing peace, and an oak branch on the right, representing strength and independence. Encircling these symbols are the inscriptions "United States of America" along the top and "One Dime" along the bottom. The phrase "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," appears across the center, highlighting the unity of the nation. This design, also created by John Sinek, has become one of the most enduring and recognizable layouts in U.S. coinage. Its balance of simplicity and symbolism makes it both elegant and meaningful. Composition and specifications. The 1976 D. Roosevelt dime is made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, consisting of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This combination gives the coin its silvery appearance while keeping production costs low. The dime weighs 2.27 grams, has a diameter of 17.9 millimeters, and features a reeded edge. Unlike older dimes struck before 1965, which contained 90% silver, the 1976 version is purely base metal, part of the modern era of durable circulation coinage. Mintage and circulation. In 1976, the Denver Mint produced a huge number of these coins. Over 568 million dimes were struck with the D mint mark. Because of this high mintage, the 1976 D dime is considered a common coin, easily found in circulation even today. However, the condition of a coin always affects its value. Most circulated examples have minor scratches or wear from everyday use, but uncirculated or mint-state coins with bright luster and no contact marks can be more desirable to collectors. Collectability and value. When it comes to collecting, the 1976 D dime is not rare, but it remains an important part of any complete Roosevelt dime collection. Circulated coins are generally worth their face value of 10 cents, but in pristine uncirculated condition, MS 65 or higher, they can be worth around $1 to $3, depending on the market. Proof versions of the coin, produced at the San Francisco Mint with an S mint mark, are worth more because of their mirror-like surfaces and limited production. Collectors also look for rare error coins, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or missing mint marks. These can bring much higher prices depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. Legacy and importance. Even though the 1976 Roosevelt dime didn't receive a special bicentennial design, it still represents a period of pride and national celebration. During that year, America was commemorating its 200th anniversary of independence, and every circulating coin, from the penny to the dollar, became part of that patriotic moment. The 1976 D-dime, in particular, serves as a snapshot of this historic year and a continuation of the Roosevelt dime's enduring legacy. Its design remains unchanged to this day, and its symbolism, liberty, peace, and strength, continues to resonate with each new generation of Americans. Conclusion. So, that's the story of the 1976 D. Roosevelt dime, a small but meaningful piece of American history. From its origins honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt to its connection to the nation's bicentennial era, this little coin carries a big story. If you happen to find one in your change, take a closer look. You might just be holding a coin that has traveled through decades of American life, a reminder of the values of courage, freedom, and unity that it was designed to represent. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed learning about this historic dime, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Do you have a 1976 D-dime in your collection? I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy collecting!